How you going? Yeah, not bad, mate. Very, very good. Welcome back to Critical Footy. Today, we're going to be doing some tips. And I've been lazy this week and didn't do a match review of last week. So we'll be doing a bit of that as well. In fact, we'll get straight into that. If you joined me last week for tipping, not a bad week. I think I got 6 in the end. Only one I didn't pick was the Dockers. But we'll go through them because though I might have got the tips right, I was fucking well off on the margins. So anyway, we'll go through it now. I picked the Leones by 49 points. That ended up being a really close match. Started out how I thought it would. Bang, bang, bang. And I thought they were going to consistently do that and Essendon might fight back a bit late. But they fought back pretty quick and they fought back hard. I mean, they got ahead here in the last quarter, only by a point. And then Brizzy went bang, bang, bang. The younger team, tired bodies, a few things like that. Even I was having a random look here at the bloody time on ground percentage, and look, you got so many midfielders with just so much time on the field, and you compare that to the Lions, and it's just not the same. All their midfielders hovering around 84, 85%, so they're getting more rest, and they're able to run out the match. The Lions take control of it. Picked it, but didn't pick the margin. Anywho, I need to go back a few here. The Pies, they won very convincingly. I did pick them. I thought that was going to be a close game. Wasn't at all. Well done to the Pies because they looked absolutely clean. Hawks were a bit in trouble, and we found out, like everyone knew that we already knew, didn't we? James Sicily, he was injured. Turns out he's hurt his hip and adductor. I imagine he was trying to work through it, but just got to the point where he couldn't anymore, so he's taking the time off. 2 crucial games though coming up that he's going to miss, and then the bye, 3 weeks of rest. Hopefully he'll come back like we know he is, like we know he should play a lot better than what he is. The Dockers did not pick that. You know what? Did not pick that at all. I didn't think they'd travel well, and I thought the Suns would get on top pretty convincingly. I picked them by 26 points. Collingwood, by the way, I picked by 11. Well off. So yeah, Dockers travelled well. Fucking good on them. They played the 2 rucks, which I haven't been a fan of. But hell, it kind of worked out. You know why? Because their second ruck, or their first ruck even, he just plays midfield as well. Like Luke Jackson's he's a freak, man. He's so good. I think he had like 27 touches in the end, just running around, and hell of a game, very complete game. You can't put any of them forward, which is the trouble. And Luke Darcy, I reckon he only played like 50% of the game in the end. He had a lot of time on the bench, but they get the job done. Well done, well done. And congrats to Nat Fife. His mic just slips down slowly. Congrats to Nat Fife for coming back as well. Game on as the sub. Got involved. Clearance, 7 touches. Good on him. Giants. Poor Richmond. Couldn't get it done. More signs of a young team. Got late. And they got sloppy. They folded under the pressure, which was immense from the Giants. And it just sort of collapsed, didn't it? Young bodies, not conditioned. They get tired. They make simple errors. Giants made them pay. Rallied well. That was a big win. They can't let that slip away, those sort of games, if they want to be any chance right now. And I think they're hovering 8th at the moment. But Dogs with the game to play can jump them. And it's just going to be tight. Very keen for this final race. Anyway, I picked them by 68. Well off, but got the tip right. On to the Swans and the Crows. I picked the Crows by 16 points. 90. What a flogging. Holy shit. That's a wake up for Sydney, isn't it? They don't like playing the SA teams. Not at all. Bloody Nora. Yeah, not too much to say about that. Crows looking very complete. Kicking goals from everywhere. I don't think anyone even had a big bag of goals in this one. It was very, very even spread. We move on to the Sainties. Picked them by 10. Bloody good pick. If you watch Critical Footy, you know that you got to pick the Saints every week. It's just the right thing to do, and it pays off this week. Look at that, 28 points. Little off for the margin. Didn't think we'd perform that well, and admittedly, shouldn't have been that close. Oh, should have been closer. Shouldn't have been this sort of margin. Ooh, that hurts. Ouch. Don't like that. I'm glad we're not them. Cats and Eagles. Much closer than it looks. Cats just took off late, and I picked them by 53, 43, 10 off. Not bad. And it was Jezza Cameron who started off the game, and he sure as hell finished it too, kicking the last 4. Another bag of 5 to keep his lead going in the Coleman medal. We were all right. We move on to this week. Tonight's game. That's it. Tonight's game, the Dogs and the Hawks. Wowee. Dogs coming off a break. Hawks coming off a flogging. And losing their skipper as well. Finally taking the time to rest to injury. Whew. Okay. A lot to ponder with this one. A lot to ponder. Initial thought, and I think where I'm going to lie completely in the end, is with the Dogs. They're in sick form right now. I know they lost to the Cats a couple of weeks ago before they had the bye last week, but they're doing all the right things. And tails are wagging in the kennel. Hawks, jeez, do they need a win? What is that, 3 in a row they've lost? And not to mention next week they got the Crows, so it's not getting easier. God, they need a win. And God, it makes you want to pick them. But I'm not doing it. I'm picking the Dogs. I'm going to back them. Dogs by... What's going to happen? Dogs are going to put the pressure on early. It's going to be pretty close. Hawks fight back. It's going to be even halfway through the third. Dogs put the foot down a bit and hold on in the last to win by 17 points. Dogs by 17. The Crows and the Leones. Third versus second at Adelaide Oval. This is sick. Love this. Really hoping the Crows get up. Hard to pick against the Lions though. Jeez. Yeah. They just do what you expect, don't they? Continue to dominate. Even when they have close games, they eke it out. But I don't know. But then again, yeah. Look, they look so good against the Hawks. But I'm backing the Crows because they're in some absolute fine form right now. I think they're gonna ride out a couple wins into the bye. That's an early prediction on next week. Their offense is just popping off so hard. I'm taking them by 11 points. It's going to be close. And it's going to be a huge win for the Crows. Try and cement a top 4 position this year. Very impressive. This one. I actually don't know about this one, eh? Yeah, that'd be right. Remember last year? Was that Swans' first loss? It was to bloody bottom place Tigs. And they played well last week. And that would have hurt. They would have wanted that one. Can they at least beat one Sydney team? This one's at least in Melbourne. Oh, is Errol Gordon coming back? Have I heard that? I feel like I've heard that. But that ain't out yet. That's all right. You know what? I think this is one of my roughies for the week. I'm taking the Tigs. By 9 points. Tigs by 9. I just don't like the Swans right now. Not at all. Really want to see the Tigs get it done. That's a bit of a tip with your heart, not your head thing right there. But don't worry, it works out. It always does. Cats and Suns, another ripping game. Oh my word. That's 3 sick games, like in the first 4 of the round, isn't it? That's awesome. I'm going to go the Cats. I know I had a bit of trouble last week. I'm having a lot of trouble with my mic right now. But they didn't have as much trouble as the Suns. I know they'd want to get that back, but it's not going to happen. Cats at home. Jez is in sick form, and I think he's going to run all around Big Collins if he's playing on him. He's having a great year, admittedly. The battle is in the midfield. That's a great battle. Very keen to see that. Smith versus Rao. They're going to be matching up inside a fair bit. Oh my word. They just got players everywhere, both of them. I'm going with the Cats, though, in a close game. But they'll pull away a little bit and win by 20 points. Cats by 20. Giants and the pair. Yeah, I'm backing the Giants in this one. Power coming off the break. I don't really care that they're coming off a break. I'm not rating them this year, not at all. Giants very iffy as well, but I think they'd know this is one of those games they need to win. They can't let these sort of games slip if they're making the 8. Not at all. Sitting seventh right now, in the same place as Freo, where if they lose and the Dogs, or even if the Dogs win and they lose, yeah, then see you later. It's not going to happen. I'm taking the Giants by 28 points. Giants by 28 points. North and West Coast. Battle of the Wooden Spoon. At Hands Oval, Bunbury. Where the fuck is that? Hands Oval. Cool. I don't... You know? Who gives a shit? Sorry, North and West Coast fans. Hell, West Coast beat the Saints. They've actually looked good the last 2 weeks. They're playing with some heart, and they know this is one they can get, obviously. But both of them know that. Both of them going to bring it. God damn. I'm going to go with North. Yeah. It feels weird picking either of these teams. But I'm going to go with North. And I reckon they'll get it done by 16 points. We move on. Carlton and Essendon. Both these teams having interesting years. You know. Dons, I say it every time, they just bring it. You know, they've been flogged here and there, but they usually bring it, and that's why they're sitting where they are, even with the game in hand. They're doing pretty well because they bring it, and some of these bottom teams, they don't bring it, and they get done. So, Carlton, they're a team you can't trust, but I'm trusting them this week. Coming off the bye as well. I don't even know what this means for any team, like coming off the bye. I'm sure some will play better, some won't. Like, that's just how it goes. But the Blues are going to rock up as well, and I reckon... I think they can stop Essendon's run enough, and they'll control the footy, and they're going to win the game through that. They're going to have a lot of uncontested marks and win that midfield battle, and that'll do it. That's all she wrote. Blues by... It's the hardest part. It's the part I suck at. Maybe there's going to be more floggings this week. No, Blues by 25. We move on to the King's birthday match on Monday. Big Freeze at the G. Can't pick against the Pies. Can't do it. No one should be doing it. Not right now. Even if they're due to lose or this club has the wood over them, whatever. Doesn't matter. You're stupid if you pick against them. Play the numbers. They're that bloody good right now. And I'm going to take them over the D's, who had a very disappointing outing last week against the Sainties. I'm taking the Pies. The McGees by 31. Yep. That's good. That's perfect. That is 7 for 7, ladies and gentlemen. Well, how many? Well, we have 8 matches. 8 matches this week. That's 8 for 8 right there. We went 6 for 7 last week. And we'll continue to just rack up these numbers here at Critical Footy. So, yeah, that's it. Hooroo, bludgers. Thanks for watching. And enjoy the footy. Ta-ta.